but it's still a battle for my attention and a battle for my thoughts. In other words, a battle for what I do, what I think, what I feel, what I do. That's what a personality is, and that's what a human is what they think and what they feel and what they do. So, and most people don't see it as a battle. They just going through life, and they believe in what they can see every day, and that's pretty much it. And that's where the deception comes in, as you just heard in that song. And so it's made very clear in many scriptures. We're going to focus on Romans chapter 8, 6-8 today, which kind of makes it as clear as it possibly can be in my view. Let's take a look at this. The mind governed by the flesh is death. So the realm of the flesh, in other words, the realm that Satan rules, where people are a prisoner to sin in the flesh realm, which is what that means. The flesh realm meaning the physical realm. The physical realm in a human, if that's what they're focusing on and that's all they know, is controlled by the enemy. He stole that from Adam. And they stole that authority from Adam and controls the mind and to a large degree of every walking human. Therefore, as when Scripture says, the whole world is a prisoner to sin. Let's keep reading. The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. The mind governed by the flesh is hostile to God. It does not submit to God's law, nor can it do so. Those that are in the realm of the flesh cannot please God in that realm. And it's a realm. In other words, it's like a kingdom. It's like a reborn type individual who belongs to heaven now, who's an eternal being. You can live from the eternal realm when you have him inside of you. Well, you have to learn to do that, of course, because we've been living this other way forever. There's no reason you've been learning it overnight. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, but you got to realize this is a war. Who's going to win? Are you going to let Satan win by just living for yourself? Because that's all it takes is to let him win, is just to live for self. And we all do it, right? We ignorantly do that because this is the fallen realm. I don't care how you dress it up. I don't care how many times you go to church. You still live from the flesh. That life from the flesh is the fallen realm. It doesn't make any difference. You can go to church and live by it. You can sing songs to God from the flesh. You can pray from the flesh. You can study the Bible from the flesh. You can sing, you can dance, you can do all sorts of things that look real spiritual in the flesh, and it looks like God. But at least I'm trying. Yeah, okay. You get a couple of points for trying, right? No, that has nothing to do with it. It has to do with what realm you're really in. You know, in Ephesians, it talks about you wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against rulers and authorities and powers of this dark world and spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. So in that realm of the flesh, those are demonic entities that are running that show. It's just a fact. It's biblical proof. And it's not hard to figure out. There's no satisfaction there. There's nothing that improves an individual there. There's nothing there that is eternal except the other side, heaven and hell, as that song just talked about. So the song said, are you living for heaven? Are you living for hell? Which one are you living for or from? Because it is that way. There in the kingdoms, it's either one or the other. You're either living for one or you're living for the other. You're either a cheerleader for one or you're a cheerleader for other. All my words basically influence people to live in one or the other. Every action I take influences people to live in one kingdom or the other, one realm or the other. And if we would wake up and see this, we might be able to start living from the right realm. The church has done a horrible job, as a general rule, teaching people to live from the Spirit. They teach them how to do several things to try to stay in touch with God and to pray here and there. But to really walk from the new self, very little help there. And so in his compassion, he said, Kim, write this book called My Spirit King, because they need to understand what's going on down here, and they need to understand how they can focus on me. By focusing on me, they can live in my realm, the realm of the Spirit. Or do you want to live in the realm of the flesh? That's a choice we have. And that's the choice we need to make today. So if you would like to say, you know what, I don't want to live in the realm of the flesh any longer. I see it for what it is. I want to live in the realm of the Spirit. Then That's going to require a daily serious commitment. You should read My Spirit King. It will help you do that. And there's a commitment in the back that helps you do that for 40 days. And it takes 40 days to make a habit. And it really does. But I did it myself before he put the book out, and it worked pretty good. I became much stronger, could hear his voice more clearly, and was closer to him, had visions, all sorts of things. Just by focusing on the realm that I belong to. So if you want to do that, say, Lord, I want to belong to your realm. If you don't know where you belong, this is time to get this right. I don't want to belong to the realm of the flesh. I don't want to belong to the realm of demons and evil spirits and Satan and fallen humans. I don't want to belong to that. I don't want to be a fallen human. I want to live in the Spirit of God, the greatness of heaven, the greatness of love, joy, and peace, the greatness of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from you. I want to live that. So I give you my life, give you my past, my present, my future, every thought, every feeling, everything I ever want, everything I'll ever desire, and everything I'll ever need. I just trust you with that.